Flip flop, flip flop. I do have to remember a couple of decades or so ago, John Kerry was running for president, and he dumped out after getting attacked enough. I don't know. I'm not giving him any credit for anything. He just said, I got to get the hell out of here. This is a waste of my time. Maybe that's... He didn't say that, but that's what I gather. I find it interesting that they talk about like flip-flop, flip-flop. That's what they were saying about him, was that all the people against him, the naysayers, the other side, the Klan on the other side of the spectrum, they were saying he flip-flops. He changed his ideas. And I remember, as I told you, I don't buy into any of this. Any of you people who believe that your vote is anything other than a survey, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Because there's nothing worse than believing in something that doesn't exist. Flip-flop. I just like the idea that anybody that's in a position of power does have the ability to say, I've looked at it further, and I don't feel the same as I did about it when I talked to you yesterday. I see there's much more information than they had made available to me, and now that I've received this information, I do have to change my stance on this policy. You have to be able to flip-flop. What a shitty-ass way to put it. That it's a way of saying, you change your mind, you must be an asshole. These aren't the good old days when a woman had a right to change her mind. These are the nowadays when we all have to be able to change our minds. You have to know what you've got coming, and you have to be able to accept it. And then I look at my dad, who was a staunch Republican all these years. And one day he decided he was going Democrat. You know, we all came from political peoples. My dad had his ideas and they worked for him. You know, you got to be able to make your ideas work for you. But he went and did the total flip-flop, as your naysayers say. He changed his mind. He watches these things, he pays attention, and he observes, and he makes his own decisions, and he has roadkill in a metal milk crate under a pile of rocks so that the crows can't run off with him. He's a person. He does his own thing, and he pays attention, and he experiments, and he studies. And so he went the other way, and I can't say he's right or not. But it's interesting to see the way he's doing it, because I think he's doing it just to screw with people. but he's smart about it. And just today, talking on the phone with him, I'm not telling you he's supporting anybody. I doubt he is supporting anybody, but he finds somebody very humorous. And he said, have you ever watched that guy that's in charge sign his name? I'm paraphrasing. He says, it looks like a lie detector test. It goes tick, tick, tick. He's like, what they're in the middle of what he's saying is what I'm asking. I found it so interesting that my dad said it looked like a lie detector test. What is there in the middle of it that he's trying to hide? Polygraph. F. Lee Bailey. Flip flop, flip flop. Put him on your feet. Go out in the street. Flip flop, flip flop. Make it a bad word for anybody you meet.